Cook that shit up, Quay. Baby. Old pockets. That is my dog.
Hi guys. It's your girl Quay. It's your girl Quay. Today I'm gonna be giving you guys my first YouTube video on the story time. And baby, it's about to get juicy. Do you hear me? So you might wanna grab your drink, grab something. Mine is gone, but it's whatever. So before I get into this video, make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So this story time is about to be about my first roommate. So yeah, let me tell y'all. So it's moving day or whatever. Well, actually moving weekend. My roommate wasn't really there. She was doing like this program called Preview, which is like it basically gets you out your dorm for the first weekend to like communicate, network, meet friends before the actual first day of school. So I didn't do that. I moved in on the last day possible because I was ready to go to college, but I wasn't at the same time. So we move in, she come in for like a quick second. She meet my mom and everything. I meet her parents or whatever. So so I move in. She leaves again. So at this time, like at the beginning of the semester, like we were cool. Like actually we were like cordial. Like sometimes if she see me, she would say hey. Sometimes if I see her, I would say hey, like stuff like that. So it got to the point where no, rewind. So the first few weeks were like fine, like it was going by great, like we would talk. And so this one thing she told me that kind of threw me off about her. The first thing she told me was she was like, yeah, I googled you and did nothing pop up, so I thought that was a good sign. And I'm like,
Really, nigga?
hold on, you did what? She was like, yeah, I googled you and it had to pop up because the roommate I had before you, when I googled her, she had an assault charge on her record. So I decided to change roommates, and I was like, okay. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So again, we continue this conversation and she goes, yeah, she was like, I was thinking about switching roommates at first. She was like, but just to make you a cool person. She was like, so she's like, I'm just gonna stay here. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like the whole time I'm like, I never knew you was even thinking about such a thing. So y'all, this was like August, beginning of September-ish. So one night, okay, mind y'all, so this is my first year of college. I'm expecting it to be like super hard. Like everybody has put in my head like, oh my gosh, college is going to be so hard. Like it's nothing like college, but I mean it's nothing like high school, yada yada yada. So every night, literally, like y'all, almost literally every night, like I would at least say out of the 7 days in a week, at least 6 of those nights, I would stay in the library like to about 1 or 2 in the morning, like studying, taking notes, like just doing anything I need to do for class. So this one particular night, I didn't need to go to the library. I just had to study for a quiz, and I already had some flashcards I had made. So I was just going to study my flashcards. So the way the room was set up, it was we had we shared the same space, and we had our own shower and that we shared together. So she's on this side of the room and I'm on this side of the room. So she's by the door and I'm over here by the air conditioner. So on each side of like where our beds are, she has a light over her bed and I have a light over my bed, and then it's the light that goes into the bathroom. So I'll say I go into, okay, so my job, quiet hours in that hall that I was staying in, I think was at 10. So I think I go in my dorm about, it was like 9:30, I would say. So I go in and I walk in and it's pitch black. So y'all, not the flashlights, but the light switches are on her side of the room. Like when you walk in the door, you got the top light for her side of the room and the bottom light for my side of the room. So then I walk in, it's pitch black. So I turn my bottom light on. I go in there, she all covered up and sleep, and it's 9:30. I ain't even been in the shower yet. I haven't even studied these flashcards. So I'm like, oh well, like I gotta study. So I turned my side of the room light on. So our beds was pretty high. Well, my bed was pretty like high in the air. So like I would pull a chair and pull it up to the bed instead of like working at my desk because I just felt more comfortable doing that way. So I got everything I needed like to get ready to study my flashcards. I got my flashcards, my computer, my notes, my pens, and my paper. So I'm on my bed. I would say I was there for like at least 20 minutes before she was like, hey Quay, can you turn off the lights? And I said, yeah, when I get finished doing my homework. She was like, no, could you cut them off now? I have to be up early in the morning. I was like, I shouldn't be much longer, I'll have to study for a test tomorrow, but that shouldn't take me that much long. She was like, y'all, this is where she blew my hair all the way back. Do y'all hear me? She gonna say, if you don't turn the lights off now, I'm gonna call the RA.
Really, nigga?
Girl, call the RA, girl, call the RD, girl, call the supervisor, call the president, girl, call whoever you need to call. So before this, I was like being cool because I'm like, I'm almost finished anyway, like I'm about to wrap it up. But then when she hit me with that, girl, I would stay up all night with this light. Girl, I would go to sleep with this light on. Who are you playing with? So I was like, I said, go get the RA. I said, do whatever you gotta do. I said, because I'm not turning this light off. So she got her little happy self up, put her little slides on, walked down the hallway, and went and got the RA. This whole time while she go get the RA, I got my notes. I'm still studying because, like, you're not running anything. Like, you don't control me. You control you and your side of the room, and that's it, baby girl. No, you thought this was, but it's not that. So our RA was not on duty that night, which is a female. So she went and got a male RA. So when he came in, he was like, what's going on? And she was like, here she go, y'all. I'm trying to go to sleep. And she wanted to cut her side of the room light on. And I asked her politely, could she turn it off? And she still didn't. So the man, he looked at her and then looked at me and was like, huh? Like, he was like, what? She was like, yeah, she don't have to be up early and I do. First of all, it's not my fault that you got morning classes and I didn't. Like, don't hate on me because I don't got to wake up to 12 and you got to wake up at 8. Like, sis, that's not what we doing. By the way, like, it's pitch, like, it's sound, like, you can hear a creak, you can hear a pin drop, you can hear me breathing. Like, it's so quiet in the room while I got the light on, though. Like, it's peace and quiet. Like, literally, it's so quiet. Like, literally, it's not even no type of sound in there, literally. So he was like, well, I don't see what's the problem if she's this quiet and she just got her light on. He was like, you can't put something over your head, go with the cover. She said, I already have. And she was like, and I've been putting a room request to change since the beginning of school when we first got here in August. Y'all, when she said that, I was like, finish her. Girl, I was going off. This is exactly what I said right here. I said, oh, so we're lying now. I said, how old are you? I said, when we first talked to each other, you said, oh, my gosh, you're so cute. I'm not going to change. I was going to put a roommate request in, but I'm not anymore. But then you just said you had this since August, and we had this conversation in September. So you done had this locked up for a whole month. Why are you lying? What are you lying for? If you don't like me, that's all you had to say. If you can't go to the library and study, then you need a private room because there's no roommate that you're about to have that's about to be quiet on your terms. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how the world works. Or if you don't want to get a private room, move to a different room where you have your own door. Like, I feel like she wasn't compromising anything. I feel like I was the only one compromising everything. She would like, okay, y'all, literally, the only thing that separates us in a room is literally our closet. Our closet is like one of those, like, wardrobe closets that, like, it's on wheels. So we got that between us. So she got a mirror on her door, on her closet that sits on the opposite side of the room. And mine is right beside my bed. So in her mirror, when we would both sit on the beds, I could look into her mirror and see her face. And she could look into her mirror and see mine. So one day I was, like, just laying in the bed on my phone, listening. I was on, I'm not YouTube, I was on Instagram, like, watching videos. So it's already, my volume is already turned down low. So she gonna say, Quay, do you have any earphones? I did have earphones, but I was like, no. She was like, well, can you turn that down? I'm trying to do homework. Go to the library. Go. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Girl, if you don't go to the library and get out of my face, like, but I didn't say that. I just turned it down a little bit more, kept it going. But back to the story. Basically, he left and was like, there's nothing he can do if I'm this quiet. He was like, he don't see what the problem is. Like, put something over your eyes and go to sleep. I was like, thank you. So this was in the fall semester. Like y'all, this is like now. This is like the beginning of October. So now it's awkward ever since then. So like I said, her bed is at the beginning of the doorway. So when I would walk in from class or whatever, and she'll be her on her bed, like I would literally walk past her and not say nothing. And if she would walk to the bathroom, she would walk past me and not say anything. So it's got to the point where we never talk. So now it's Christmas break, so we go home or whatever. We get back in spring semester. So this is that Tuesday, I believe. So her parents had came and that was set for her move some stuff in because I had came on a Monday thinking like we had classes, but it was Martin Luther King Day and we didn't have class and I did not know that. So Monday I was there the whole day by myself. And then she came Tuesday. Okay, so when I wake up Thursday, she wasn't in there. So I'm like, well, maybe she'll be here like when I get back. So I come back from class, she wasn't there. So I put two and together like, well, her mom did ask me, did I have a class every day? So I'm assuming like maybe her daughter didn't have a class every day, so that's why she asked me. So boom. So she don't got classes on Thursdays, what I came with. So I'm thinking she gone for the weekend, so I'm gonna turn up in my room because y'all, I listen to music like 24/7, but I don't listen to it as loud as I want to because I have a whole roommate. So when she be gone, I'll be in my room. It be a whole party by myself, literally. So I'm thinking she gone. So I'm turning for the weekend like, hey, I'm by myself, okay? Like, I'm lit. So, Friday, I left and I come back. No, Friday I left and went to class and came back. And I see a blue cart outside the door, y'all. Right? A blue cart can only mean two things. Someone's moving in, someone's moving out. So I already knew what was going down, baby. I already knew what was going down. So y'all should have seen me like I'm a whole character. So I walk in the door like I don't know what's going on. And her friends is in the bathroom, like getting her bathroom stuff out. She was like, hey, I'm moving into another dorm with my friend, and it's just now been an availability for the room. I'm like, oh. I was like, well, at least you get to move in with your friend, like trying to keep it cordial. Whole time, y'all, whole time in my head, I was excited. The whole time in my head, like, I'm excited, like, oh, I cannot wait for her to get her stuff out. Like, oh my gosh, shit, I must finish. Like, y'all, I'm ready to have a whole room by myself. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Um, so I leave. I have one more class for today. So I'm like, hopefully, like, when I leave, like, and come back, like, she gone, all her stuff is out. Y'all, I kid y'all not. I came back like 45 minutes later. Baby doll, whole side of her room was empty. Not a cookie, not a cracker, not a crumb, no nothing was on the ground. Y'all don't understand how excited I was. Like, oh my gosh, this girl be getting on my nerves. That it'd be awkward just be sitting in a room. Well, it's not really that awkward to me, but that's weird. Like, cause she never made me feel the type of way like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, girl, no, like none of that. I was still doing the same thing I would normally do if she was there or she wasn't. The only thing I would do was like, even though she blew it with the, okay, take the light off now, or I'm gonna get the raise. I still have respect for her and like her living there. Like I wouldn't have my music too loud, but I would pretty much say like that's the only thing. So now that she gone, y'all know what that meant for me. I could do literally like what you want to do. I could literally do it. Anything I wanted to do in my room. And so, when she moved out, y'all should have seen that room. I swept, I mopped, I redecorated the whole side of the room. Only thing I didn't use was the bed because if you try to use their bed, they'll try to make you pay for it, baby. I'm not paying for a thing. So, like I decorated my side of the room, put my lights up everywhere. I combined all of our dresses and stuff together, and I used her extra closet. Like I was in my room. Okay, so around campus, so this is my first time seeing her since she had moved out. So I'm walking down by the little gym or whatever. She's walking up like from the parking garage. So I'm with my friend and she with her friend, her roommate actually. And so I'm thinking in my head like, I wonder if she gonna like, do I speak? Do we speak or what? So, baby, I'm not speaking. She walked past me, I walked past her. Basically, guys, that's it for that story time. If you guys want to hear another story about my current roommate or current roommate, now that's a whole nother story because literally, y'all thought that roommate was something, this one was something. So make sure, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment box below. And I'm out.
That's my dog. That's my dog. Show my dog. That's my dog.